If I went to buy a house and the real estate agent showed me this, I'd walk right out of there. Honestly, no. Hello, Grimsimmer, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you want to see this house go from this to this, then keep on watching. Please leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified every single time I upload more Sims content. Today we are building Myrtle Bungalow from The Sims 3 from Sunset Valley. Myrtle Bungalow was one of my favorite lots, as are probably all of the lots I will be building on this channel, but I used to play in it all the time. I feel like I say this every single build, but I did. It's true. I played The Sims a lot as a kid, so when I say every time, I definitely mean it. I think I mentioned this in my last video, but I would literally play from like 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. sometimes during the week from middle school to high school. I really didn't have a life. I wasn't very cool in middle school or high school. Also, disclaimer, I play on a Mac, so my graphics are not very good. I'm really hoping my commentary will make up for it, but please just bear with me. Like and subscribe. I need to get a better computer. Another disclaimer is that this build is going to be ugly until we get to the renovation. It's meant to recreate exactly what it looked like in The Sims 3, and I obviously don't have the exact wallpaper, the exact flooring or anything, but I did my best. And I'm not sure if it's because the Sims 3 graphics and the Sims 4 graphics are so different, not to mention that I play on a Mac like I literally just said, but it looks really bad. It doesn't really flow. The colors are horrible. I mean, granted, in the Sims 3, it already looked really bad. That's one thing, but it looks particularly bad in the Sims 4. I don't know why you would want to download this build and play in it as Myrtle Bungalow, like the original lot. Well, quote unquote original, right? Sims 4. Anyways, but it's there if you want it, and if you want to renovate it yourself, go for it. I built it. Please show me. And if you want to download this, first of all, my gallery ID is cassiprobably. You can download any of my builds. If you want to download this and renovate it yourself, tag me on Instagram or Twitter. On Twitter, I'm at Grimsimmer, and on Instagram, I'm at GrimsimmerYT. Also, feel free to comment down below any other old sim lots from either The Sims 1, 2, or 3 that you want to see me recreate next in The Sims 4. I will rebuild them and renovate them to the best of my ability. Alright, let's start some discourse. Which Sims game do you think came with the best lots? Personally, I think it's The Sims 3. I know that this build turns out ugly in the end, and mostly I mean the interior is ugly just because it's all green and doesn't match and there's like this random red wall in the living room. But I think that The Sims 3 overall has the best builds. Like on the outside, this lot is so cute with all of the blue and the sunflowers and everything. I like it a lot. In fact, I honestly keep most of the lot the same as far as the exterior goes. I do change the outside wallpaper of the house. I just make it a darker blue, and then I adjust some of the windows and some of the landscaping and things. But for the most part, I kind of tried to keep it the same vibe so that way you knew at the end of the day it was still Bonnie Bungalow, not just original Sims 4 lot. Actually, I'm not sure why you would think that, but I felt the need to say it just in case. Also, not really relevant to the build, but it's 3:30 p.m. PST Monday, September 7th, and I'm planning to have this video go live by Tuesday, September 8th, tomorrow at noon PST. I hope this comes out good. I'm a little nervous because last time I edited my other speed build for Bonnie Bungalow from The Sims 2, it sort of sucked the life out of me, and again, I know it's my fault. But here I am once again, you know, so hopefully I learned my lesson. Also, yes, there's that ugly red wall and then the dark green wallpaper and then that horrific Parenthood tile wallpaper. It looks terrible. It's hideous, and if you want to live in it, be my guest, because I would never live here. If I went to buy a house and the real estate agent showed me this, I'd walk right out of there. Honestly, no, absolutely not. Aside from the mismatching colors and the Christmas colors, right, it's red and green, I don't frequently use darker colors aside from wood flooring in my builds, and so seeing that on the countertops, well, first of all, let's backtrack a second. Those green counters with that color top from Parenthood are disgusting. Period. Who uses them? I sure don't. This voiceover has become me complaining about items in The Sims 4 that I never use. There's a reason why I don't use them, and I'm sure you don't use them either. Unless you're building something from the 70s, I guess maybe those counters would go well, but they're still hideous. I don't care. Ew. Alright, thank God. Let's finally jump on into that renovation. So like I mentioned, I'm just going in and making this a darker blue. I'm fixing that clipping on the roofing so it's not hanging over weird as well. Then I'm going ahead and changing the roofing. I guess I don't need to explain every single thing I'm doing, like you can literally see that. I used to not be a fan of the sidewalk slabs that The Sims 4 gave us, but I actually really like them. I think that they look clean, they look fresh, they look chic, you know. They make patios look really good, and I think it looks a lot less busy for what's going on here. And yes, I did put them over the terrain, and no, I don't care and I'm not gonna erase it, so sorry. I mean, I at least erased what's sticking out from the sidewalk slab, so there's something, I guess. In a second, I ended up moving the mailbox just because I thought that where it originally is, like off to the left of the landscape, was weird. What mail person is gonna walk through your grass to go to your mailbox? Absolutely no one. So I moved it to a more realistic spot. Even where it is now in the planter, I think is a little bit weird, but I just thought that that was logistically better. I ended up turning that little fencing area into a really cute courtyard. I'm obviously not finishing it because I once again am not finishing something in one sitting, but in the end it looks really cute. I ended up putting a table over there, so I hope that it's usable and that you have fun barbecues back there. I know I sure will. That's a lie. I don't even really play. I'm mostly a builder, but if I ever do play, hopefully I will have a fun barbecue there, and hopefully you will too. Also, when people renovate houses, both IRL and in The Sims, have you noticed that people will just slap on some white wallpaper and just call it a day? And they're like, oh my god, now it's modern. But really, all they did was paint the walls white. That's kind of what I did here. Honestly though, no matter how bad I did this interior, it was probably going to be better than what we started off with in the first place. I at least can make colors match. I passed kindergarten, so I know my color wheel. I like how I'm saying that like I didn't make most of this white. I pop in a green couch and I'm like, wow, I'm the queen of color. Like, no. Also specifying my of color comment, I'm not literally of color. I'm only half Mexican, but I'm still white passing, so I'm not like literally of color. I don't know if anybody was thinking that, but I was thinking that, so I just wanted to clarify. Now, looking back at the living room, I think that I did a really good job. I say this periodically about rooms that I like. Of course I think I did a good job. I'm the one that did it, right? But I think that I worked the space really well from how I remember me designing it when I was playing The Sims 3, which granted was like 5, maybe 6 years ago since the last time I've even touched that game. I think that the layout flows really nice. It's pretty debatable where I have the kitchen island as to where the big couch is, but overall, I mean, I think it works. I think it flows. Now, if a real estate agent showed me this to buy a house, I'm buying this house, you know what I'm saying? Which, again, is biased because I decorated this and I'm renovating it myself. So this is exactly how, well, is it? I don't know. Is it how I would want it? No. But I would still live here. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, in The Sims, when you're decorating or building, do you, like, exclusively build and decorate how you would want it? Or are you just kind of set in your own ways? I don't know, because if I owned this house, I would not decorate it like this. This gives me live, laugh, love vibes, but I don't hate it. But it's not for me, you know, like to each their own, but it's not for me. It's also possible that I'm having a little bit of a crisis right now because I've thought about this frequently, but I'm honestly not sure what my decorating style is. I, of course, have a room, which I've now mentioned in I think all of my videos, that I share a room with my 5-year-old nephew, but I've had my own room before. This is just a new thing since May, whatever. So I have kind of a sense of what my decorating style is, but I've never owned a house. You know, I've never had to decorate a kitchen, so I don't know. I don't know how I would do that. I know I like black, white, earth tone aesthetics, so maybe that's why, which I'm technically still building in earth tones here, but whatever. But it's a lot brighter as opposed to the darker colors that I normally go for, so that's not that bad. It looks like there's a little bit of a lag while I'm recording this voiceover. I'm not sure if it will be in the final cut. I've mentioned this a million times already, but I'm filming on a Mac, and as I was recording this, you'll notice in the top right corner there's like a temperature, like your Mac is overheating, like stop playing The Sims, your performance is reduced. I didn't listen and my computer was about to blow up, so while I was filming this, my computer actually stopped recording while I was doing the backyard and the side courtyard, so I'll make sure that those are the first b-roll shots so that way you know how they look. I'll just explain what I did before it cuts to the b-roll here, but I put a chess table in the backyard, a barbecue on the side. I think I mentioned that I put a table in that side courtyard, and I've skilled up a car as well. I put it in the front of the house just to make it look more full, I guess. There's also a couple more decorative plants and some chairs here and there, so nothing too crazy, nothing really you're missing out on me seeing. As far as the bathroom goes, it's yellow. It's kind of cute. I like it, but it's pretty simple. It's just a bathroom. Most people cut them out of their suite builds anyways, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry if there's any lag, and I'm sorry for the graphics as well. Also, if you can hear my 5-year-old nephew screaming in the background at any point, I'm also sorry on his behalf as well. So I think I'm going to cut off this voiceover here since we're reaching the final shots in a second. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified every single time I upload new Sims content. Comment down below any old sim lots from The Sims 1, 2, or 3 that you want to see and renovate in The Sims 4. See you in the next one. Bye!